Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial on how to make an app like Instagram. So in the last tutorial we actually went ahead and created the simple posting functionality. So you could actually just give your post a title and content and then you could post it to our database. But in this tutorial we will actually be adding in images. So basically you can attach an image to your post and then we'll save that image to Firebase and then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and first change up our UI in the main.storyboard. So open up your main.storyboard and navigate to your post view controller. It should currently look like this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move this button a lot down like to the bottom. And then go ahead and clear the constraints. That's this triangle. Just click that and then hit clear constraints. Then we're going to pin it and we're going to give it width and height. Then do the bottom constraint right here and then make it horizontally in the container. So when it's all blue, you should be good. And so the way I like to do images with UI is I like to drag an image view and put that right here. And first, I like to make it 200 by 200, but that's really up to you. It's just personal preference, to be honest. And then I add a button on top of that image view, which can be anything like attach image, select image, I don't know, choose image. That's also a personal preference. I want to make it select image for now. One thing, make sure that your button is on top of the UI image view. If it's behind it, then you won't be able to see the button. So the way that this works is, or the way that I like to make it work, is that you have the image view in the back, and when there's no image, it's just blank. And then when you tap on the button to select an image, it brings up your camera roll and photo library, and then you can select an image from there, and then it'll put the image as a preview in this UI image view. So let's go ahead and connect some outlets to our post view controller. So first let's go ahead and add a connection outlet for our button. So just control click and drag, and make sure that you're in your post view controller.swift file. Make the connection an action outlet and then name it select image tapped. Then click on your image view, drag that right here, and name it preview image view. And for this, just keep the connection as an outlet. Okay. So when we bring up the camera roll and photo library, there are a couple of classes we need to import, such as the UI image picker controller delegate and the UI navigation controller delegate. And so for these, we actually have a couple of functions that we need to implement. First one being function image picker controller did finish picking media with info. So this will run when the user finishes picking an image from the photo library. And so as you can see, the did finish picking media with info. This info will carry the image itself that they picked and also the metadata for that image, such as when it was created and stuff like that. So the second function we're going to implement is function image picker controller did cancel. This will run if the user hits cancel. So when our image is first tapped, we want to bring up a UI image picker. So we're going to do let picker equals UI image picker controller, then picker.delegate. So make the delegate for this picker equal to self, then self.present picker. There we go. So this is basically just presenting a view controller where the user can pick his image. And so we'll now create our functions and methods to actually upload the image to our servers. So first create a function called upload image, and for the parameter that it'll take is image, which is a UI image. Then another method that we're going to use for our personal use is function random string with length. Okay, so this random string with length will basically just create a random string with the length that we specify. That's its alphanumeric. So this is going to be weird, but just follow what I'm doing. So do let characters equals, and then we're going to write out the whole entire ABCs, which is lowercase first and then uppercase, and then the numbers 0 to 9. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, W, X, Y, and Z. So that's the lowercase, and now we have to do it all uppercase. So A, B, C. So yeah, it takes a bit of time, but shoot. And then the numbers 0 to 9. Make sure that you include the 0. So basically these are just specifying the characters that our random string can be made of. So the next step is to create a random string that will basically act as a placeholder for our string. So do ns mutable string. Mutable just means that it can be changed, which is what we want in this case. And so we're going to specify a capacity for this placeholder string, which will be equal to length. And so now we're going to do a for loop to iterate through length and then append a random character from this list to our growing string, which is random string. So one thing I just want to say is if you try doing the normal type of loop that you see commonly, like this, Swift 3 no longer likes that. Like it just, wait, oh, whoops, I typed that wrong. Yeah, so if you see the error, it says C style first for statement has been removed in Swift 3. And if you tried using the suggestion that they give you, it also doesn't like this, which is ironic, but just doesn't work. So this is what we're going to do. For I in 0, and then less than length. This is the syntax for the new loop. I just learned it like before this tutorial, because I mainly work in Swift 2.3, where the old type of for loop is still allowed. So I don't really understand this either. If just search it up, you'll probably be able to find some explanation. So var len equals uint 32 characters dot length. Then var rand equals arc for random uniform length. Or no, this should be equal to len, sorry. Then random string dot append format, and then just for this, just do your characters dot character, whoops, at int rand. So what this is basically just doing, it's creating a random string with the characters from here, right here, and it's going through a for loop, and then it's iterating through length, and then it's creating a random character from here, and then appending it to this string. Oh yeah, one thing, make sure that you cast this as an ns string right here, and then we can use the dot length property. Oh, I forgot to also say, make sure you have, we want this function to return a string, so just add this right here. And then we'll return the string right here, so it all works out. So one more thing is what you need to do for Firebase when we're uploading images. If you head over to Firebase, log into your account, go to your projects, click on your project, and then if you go to see the storage tab right here, copy, actually you don't need to copy this, but create a new folder and then name it images, and then hit add folder. I already have mine right here, but this is where we will be saving the images. But anyway, if you remembered in the first tutorial, we actually added some CocoaPods in our pod file. So navigate to your project folder. Mine is on my desktop. I'm already there. If you do ls, you should be able to see all of our files. So hit edit your pod file. I'm just going to use Nano. And then go to where we created all of our pods, like pod Firebase core, pod Firebase auth, and pod Firebase database, and then add a new pod, which is pod Firebase /storage, just like that. And so basically what this is doing is when you upload an image, you actually need to use a separate pod, which is Firebase storage, and you need to, that's not part of the core. You actually have to add that in separately. So save it with Control O, then exit with Control X, and type in pod install. This might take a while, depending on your Wi-Fi speed. And so when it finishes, just open up your project once again, your XC workspace file, and then import Firebase storage, like that. So now if you did that right, we should be able to use, yeah. So when the time comes, we'll be able to use the functions and methods for Firebase storage. So in our upload image function, let's start coding. So let random name equals random string with length 10. So this is basically just the random string with a length of 10. This is going to be the name for our image that we uploaded. So then let image data equals UI image JPEG representation from the images which we get from the parameter. The compression quality should be 1.0. So what this function does, UI image JPEG representation, is basically just getting the data from the image itself that we supply it. So next we're going to create the location where we want to save the image. So do let upload ref equals fur storage dot reference dot child images slash, and now put in your random name dot JPEG, and that's it. So this is just specifying the place where we want to save our file. So now we're going to create the upload task. So let upload task equals upload ref, which is the location where we're saving it, dot put image data metadata. We don't need any metadata, so we'll just keep that as nil. Then open bracket metadata comma error in, and like that. So now we need to check if there was an error. So if error equals nil success, or else there was an error. So if it's successful, we just want to print out successfully uploaded image. If there's an error, we want to print out the error. So error uploading image. So if there's an error, it's going to print out the description of the error that Firebase supplies us. But if it succeeds, then oh yeah, one more thing. Go to the top of your class and just create a new variable called var image file name, and make this a string and just keep it empty like that. And so then, if it's success, after we print out successfully uploaded image, do self.image file name equals random name dot JPEG. Make sure that you make this as just a string, not NS string. So this actually, I think I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, we still need to write the code for picking media info. So as I said before, this info variable right here holds the image itself and then any metadata associated with that image. So we'll do if let picked image equals info UI image picker controller original image as UI image. So we're just casting the image that they picked as a UI image. Then if that's successful, first we want to set the image preview, the image view right here. We want to set the image of that equal to the image that they picked. And then next we want to actually disable the select image button. So self dot, wait, I didn't do that yet. So actually click on your button, select image, and then just add an outlet for that right below your preview image view. Name that select image button connect. Make sure you keep that as just an outlet and not a action outlet. Now self.select image button dot is enabled equals false. Self.select dot is hidden equals true. So yeah, one more thing, we need to actually call our upload image function itself, and then just supply the parameter as picked image. And then when this is all done, we want to dismiss the image picker controller, and we'll just do picker.dismiss true nil. Oh yeah, and if the user hits cancel, then just do picker.dismiss true nil. So one more thing in iOS 10 is that whenever developers or the app itself wants to access privacy sensitive data such as the photo library, the camera, contacts, they need to add some data to their info.p list. So click on your the folder right here, and then click on your info.p list right here. And so I already did it, but go ahead, I'll just actually delete that. So hit right click and then hit add row right here. You type in privacy, and then a bunch of suggestions should show up, and then just scroll down until you find photo library usage. It says privacy dash photo library usage description. Hit enter, and then it should have added that row. And now right here where it says value, double click this, and then this is what's going to be shown to the user when we try to access their photo library. So whenever a user opens up our app for the first time, when they hit select image, the operating system itself is going to ask, Swiftogram wants to access your photo library, and then it'll give a description of why, and this is where we supply that description. So we'll put used for attaching images to posts. That's all we need to do, and that should work. Let me just look through this one more time. So all we're doing right now is we're just seeing if the image will upload to our Firebase. Yeah, it looks like it should work. Let's try running it. So I'm actually going to run this on my own iPhone, and then I'll put that up on the screen when it actually runs. I think this might be a long tutorial because we still need to add in when we actually post the inquiry, we need to somehow associate the image to the post that's in the database. But yeah, I don't know, it's looking good. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. So now we're just going to log in. Password, sign in. Okay, so if we hit select image, yep, so as you can see it brought up a screen with our favorite images, or not favorite images, our photo library. So if I go ahead and hit moments and then I tap on an image, as you can see in the console it printed out successfully uploaded image, and it showed up in our preview right there. So if we also go ahead and go to Firebase, yeah, so this is our image, and as you can see it was created at November 23rd, 2016 at 5:52. It's 5:52, and so this is just the image that we uploaded. If you want to download it and just, look at it, feel free. But yeah, that's the image that we uploaded. So we're almost done, but there's one last step. So if you go to our database, one thing you'll notice, so in our posts we have content, title, UID, but you can't store images directly in the database. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to store the image file name that we created with the random string with length, and then so like this is how it's going to look. So image, then we'll just do like .jpg. So now whenever we say whenever we load the posts in our app, it's going to read the image value, and then it's going to read this file from our storage in the images folder. So this will all make more sense when we actually start loading images, but for now let's just start associating that image into the posts database. So one thing we need to do is open up your post tapped function, which we created in the last part. And so when we create this let post object, what we need to do is we need to add a new value. We'll call it image, and then just make it equal to image file name. And now if we run this, oh wait, one more thing. Let's just do this right now. Go to your main.storyboard, and then let's add in the constraints for the two buttons, the image view and the button that we just added. So click on your preview image view, click pin, do width and height, and then top. Let's do top, and add 3 constraints, then make it horizontally in the container. So now it's all blue, as you can see. So for this, what we want to do is just control click, drag up, do vertical spacing. Actually don't do that, let's see. Yeah, so control click and then drag to the right, click center vertically, control click, drag to the top, center horizontally, and click on the button, click pin, and then do width and height. So we just constrain to the center of this image view. So, actually, no, not that necessary. I was just thinking maybe we could add in an alert when your image finishes uploading. It would say your image has finished uploading, but that's not necessary. So now what should happen, it should upload the image, and then it should also store the image file name in the database for the post object. And then we can get started on loading the posts in the next part. So there we go, let's log in. Also, soon, I don't know which part, but I'll add in the ability to stay logged in so that you don't have to log in every single time. Okay, so let's go ahead and say testing images, Swiftogram, it's amazing. Select image, save image, why not? Hit post. Success, your post has been sent. And so now if we head over to Firebase, if you click here, yeah, so you can see the content, Swiftogram is amazing, title, testing images, and then you can see the image value. So this image, so this is the file name of our image that we uploaded to Firebase, and then as you can see, it's LK9MA. That's just the beginning of it. If we go to storage, yeah, you can see the image right here, LK9MA. So basically, we're just creating like a reference to this image file in the database whenever we post to, whenever we create a post in Swiftogram. So that basically covers everything that I wanted to cover in today's tutorial. And I know I haven't been posting recently, but I'm trying to get back into it. I've just been really busy, and expect a new tutorial soon. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll hope to see you guys in the next tutorial.